This is part B of my trail cameras that are set up near Whispering Pines, Arizona. And here you see that the rains are coming down on this pool watering hole elk wallow, and the elk spend a lot of time there and are always visiting it. Here we see a cow coming up for a drink. And as I mentioned in part A, about July 10th is when the rain started to come and fill these pools up. And so I just wanted to share a lot of these videos to show how the elk like the water and play in the water, and the other creatures that came along. Here we see, this is the 8th. This is before the rains came, and so this water hole was still dry. And what you're going to notice up here right now, I think we see a little bit of rain starting to come down. And here, still on the 8th, we have some mule deer bucks. Distinguish the mule deer from the white-tailed Coues deer by their rope tail with a black tip. Here are just a number of bucks, like 3 or 4 maybe. They're just in velvet and growing, and their antler growth is substantially behind the elk. The elk seem to develop their antler growth much quicker than the mule deer do. You'll notice these videos will not always be in order. They're more in order of the camera that they were on as I put them in my files. So when I pull them off, sometimes they're not in the correct order. So here's another cow coming in to this wallow just before the rains came. Here is the 10th, and there's the 12th now, and you see there's water in there now. And this is kind of a plateau up on top, clear area where they like to hang out. There's another cow coming in for a drink. Amazing how they like to drink that water, even though it's kind of cloudy and muddy. And they go play in it and everything, but I guess they do just fine. They're used to it. Probably build up a lot of immunity to it. And here's a young calf. This is 13th of July. So this calf is, they were starting to see calves here about a month ago, the earliest one. So they're going to be calving for about a month. And that's when usually most of the calves should be done, by the middle of July. There will be occasions where there could be a late one, but mostly they will fall within that time period of mid-May to mid-July. This calf is probably at least 2 or 3 weeks old, but they grow very fast. This pool isn't quite full of water yet, but over the next week or two, you'll notice these calves come up and try to nurse sometimes, and the cow just walks away. So she kind of chooses when they get to nurse. But at a very young age, they are drinking water and eating shrubbery. See here, he's trying to maybe get a little bite to eat, or I don't know what he was doing, chewing on some mud there. So a lot of squirrels on my videos. I have a lot of videos that I have to delete because they're just full of squirrels, and squirrels will set them off. Another cow coming into the same water hole. Sometimes you'll notice there are some cows in the background. You don't really notice it because of the ones in the foreground, but around this particular time, it seemed like there you see a cow to the right side among that tree there. There's a herd of them just hanging around up there for a while. So you'll see some of them actually bedded down. If you see his ears, there you can see him. So they would just hang around up there. And you can see when the calves come in without the mothers, without the cows. That means a lot of times they're just off the screen, probably bedded down or something, just hanging around out there. So on July 13th, it seemed they were hanging out there quite a bit throughout the day. And this is about 4:30 in the afternoon. Now, this is a couple days later on the 15th. This water hole is still not quite full as it's going to get. And they seem to be up there in the evening quite a bit. Of course, here's some more cows coming in. And again, it's 6 o'clock in the evening. There's 3 of them there now. So there's a small herd up there just hanging out. And they're out there grazing and then coming in for some water. They do notice my camera. Sometimes they fiddle with them and sometimes they don't. So, that is all until the next time. I hope to get another one up, part C, from the summer of 2017.